Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's One Funny Morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our
murder
stuff.
in New Jersey.
he was a lot
Like what is?
with his everything.
Oh,
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
that's Stella! Yeah. Hold on.
Hey, OFMers. It's Jen
coming.
Eisenheimer from Minnesota. I'm just sitting here at my desk today working. This is my coworker. Her name's Isabella. She takes my naps for me while I'm working. But she just kind of camps out here on my desk. Keeps me company. Snores. But she mostly takes my naps, which I need. So, anyway, just thought I'd say hi. Get ready for Uppy 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 with our host, Dina Blizzard.
Good morning. That was Jen doing a great job. Good morning. Girl, it's a Monday. Girl, what's happening? I cannot get my life together. Who's always late for work on a Monday? Raise your hand. Busy weekend, y'all. Busy weekend. Last night we did Voila Cooking with Di. And I'm almost positive I checked her for cataracts and for mange. And it was the funniest thing. Trina, you beat me here probably. So good morning, everybody. I want to say it looks like a beautiful day, but it's still like cold, like layers. Girl, it's April. It's April 28th. It's Diana's birthday. It's Diana's birthday today. She's 110. She is probably out at, let's go. Let's check on her. She goes to breakfast bunch. And then we'll all sing to her. Everybody get ready. She goes to breakfast bunch in the morning. Let's see if, okay. Oh, there's me. There's me and watching me. Okay. I'll do like this. No, that looks dumb. Sorry, hold on. Today is your mom's birthday too? It must be also mom birthday today. She too busy eating donuts with her friends. She can't pick up this phone. Unavailable. Oh, okay. I wish it would not say unavailable. It would just say she's partying. She's not in church. She's done church by now, Lorene. By 9 o'clock, by I think 8:30, they're done, and then they head over to the Dunkin'. She's too busy. Busy. Well, apparently it's a very popular birthday. So tonight I'm taking her out. So I said to her, so yesterday, did you see Brooke's concert last night? Hold up. I did so many things.
Naked light of the sun.
I know we're going to get flagged for that music, and we're not going to. So beautiful. Bobby said, I was surprised how deep her voice is. Yeah, she is an alto. She wants to be a tenor. She loves singing the boy parts. Incredible. Mm-hmm. It was so good. It was so good. And we were going to be gone the whole day because we had to go down to Rowan and then hang out for a little bit. And then we had voila. And so I can't leave the dogs for that long. So now we're starting to travel more with the dogs. Jason's like, what are we going to do with these dogs? I said, well, luckily it's like 64 degrees out. They'll be fine in the car. So we're running back and forth to the car. And here's Lulu. Did you ever see that video where there's like a boxer dog, but like in the front seat just honking on the horn like this? It's just like, she sat in the passenger side seat like this. Like that. Just so funny. She had a great time. And so after the concert, Brooke was going to go out with her friends. And I said, all right, well, you want to say hi to Lulu and Ruby? She's like, Lulu and Ruby are here. And then the whole crew came out to meet the dogs. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. It's hard to believe that she has one more year of college left. Our baby is all grown up. What are we going to do? So it's nice. They did a nice job and we had a good time in the back. So that was lovely. All right. Now I did see that Missy's here and I wonder if Missy wants to say anything before I unpack my weekend with Missy. Here's Missy right now. So I have so many funny stories. First story. Missy and I go to the Philadelphia Writers Convention. It was Saturday. It's Saturday. So first she was going to sleep over Friday because she had a gig. But it's all right. I'm coming in hot. I said, I'll meet you there. Well, Jason, very sweet. He was like, I'll drop you off in the morning and then I'll come pick you up at 5. I said, okay. Well, halfway there, I realized I don't have my phone. You know that moment where you're just like, I'm basically naked. I'm naked and I don't know how I function. And then you think back to this time, I don't know, circa 1993, where you walked around like a Neanderthal without access to anything but a payphone and a quarter. And that was your only lifeline. So I said, it's okay. I said, it's okay. I'll be with Missy the whole day. If I need you, I'll text you from Missy's phone. Bye. Now, you guys know, we've gotten to know Missy for a while. I think I know her pretty well. I've slept with her. We've looked hideous in the morning together. We laugh hilariously at each other. Work together a bunch of times. I feel like I know her. You feel like you know her? I feel like you know her. But here's the thing. They say, you don't really know somebody until you traveled with them. I've traveled with Missy. Seems lovely. Feel like we're a match. But I would like to make an addendum to that. I don't think you know somebody until you take a class with them. Now this is Missy right now. So, Missy I've never really taken classes at the same time. So we get there, 8:30 in the morning. They not even serving coffee. Now, I don't drink coffee, so it's not a big deal. I got my water bottle. And Missy's like, they're not even going to serve coffee. So we're already really twisted about this conference. But I was like, it'll be fine. We're going to be together. And even when Jason dropped me off, he said, now, do you think Missy and you are going to learn a lot today? I said, yeah, of course. And he goes, well, I wasn't sure. I go, what's that supposed to mean? He goes, well, you and Missy together. I don't know. He goes, well, you know how you guys just kind of fool around a lot. And most of the time you just giggle. I go, I don't. What? No, what? Sometimes you guys just fool around a lot. So I just wasn't sure if you were like actually paying attention. I go, first of all, we do pay attention. Okay. And we will not lock eyes. If something like twisted happens in front of us, I will not look at her. I'll text her and be like, can you believe, but I can't look at her because then we'll both get hysterical laughing and it'll be painfully obvious that something's going down. I said, so no. Yeah. He basically thinks we're both extra. So I said, no, Jason, we don't do that. At most, I'll text her when it's happening, and then we'll debrief after. Yeah, first of all. So now we meet. We're hanging out. And we go through, there's 5 sections today, and there's 2 offerings, 2 classes every time. And I said, okay, so let's look, like which one, when the first section, where are you going? I said, I'm in room 1. She's like, me too. Second session, I said, I'm in room 1. She said, me too. Third session, she goes, I think we're splitting up. I said, whatever. And I said, all right, let's go in. Now, I'm ready. I got my water bottle. I got my bag. I have some notes I'm going to take. We walk into like a nice, it's a Drexel. So it's like a nice, like seminar auditorium, probably seats 200. We're walking in the back door, so you can walk down the steps. Well, I take a few steps down and I start looking for a chair. And Missy I go, where are you going? She just keeps walking. I go, where are you going? She goes, we're going to go sit. I go, where are you going? There's some seats right here. She goes, oh, Dina, I have to sit in the front row. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, Dina, I'm a solid first row center person. And I guess my face, I was like rubbing the back seat. I was like, I'm a back row, maybe 3rd row from the back. What? She goes, oh, I should have told you, Jeremy hates this about me, but I have to sit in the front row and I have to be in the center. And in my mind, I was like, I think I'm breaking up with Missy, but I didn't want to tell her. Like right there, like how you break up with somebody when you already said we're in the same room for 5 sessions. And so we just stared at each other. And I go, that's who you are? You're her? She's like, yeah. She said, come on, it'll be so fun. I go, I don't think that sounds fun at all. I go, don't you want to let's just try. Let's try to blend. She was like, oh no, come on, you'll love it. So my body starts to shake. I start like limping down to the front and I can just feel people looking at us. Girl, the only time I want to be in the front of the room is when I'm on the stage. Other than that, wallflower. Here's Missy getting to the front. Hi. Come on, sit down. Now, if this wasn't the most difficult part of the day, I would have been fine. So now we're sitting there. Now we're 15 minutes early. I caved, Alejandra. She's the only person I know there. I should have made other friends. So now we're sitting in the front row. I'm totally uncomfortable. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this work for my friend. She's my friend. I don't want to leave her up here like a lunatic by herself. Fine. especially if you're tall. Girl, you can't blend this. My giant hair. So I'm just getting comfortable. I'm like, it's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to let the teacher know that you're taking it all in. Oh, you did. Do you know how she knew? Now listen, just so you know, this guy is about to start talking. He's like, come on, everybody, let's settle in. Come on, just move down. And he's doing his let's get everybody's attention thing. Literally, if the thing started at 9:30, it's at 9:29 and 30 seconds left. Everybody's like, all right, is everybody ready? I'd already done my pee break. This is when she leans over and she goes, by the way, there's something else I have to tell you that Jeremy hates. And I was like, you waited until 30 seconds before it started. What else are you going to do? She goes, Jeremy hates it. But sometimes when I sit in the front and the teachers are talking, I think they're talking directly to me and I answer them. And I go, what? She goes, sometimes I answer the teachers. And I was like, why would you wait until right now? And he was like, all right, everybody, we're going to get started. I was like, what does this look like? And she's like, I probably won't do it. So now we wait. So now the session starts. And, the teacher's like, he was like, how many people are excited to be here? This is rhetorical. How many people are excited to be here? He's like, I am. I'm so excited. So I spend most of my time getting my hand and pushing it over her face. At one point, there was a panel of people out. And somebody on the panel says, like, I'm from Acme, Pennsylvania. Names a town. I'm from Acme, Pennsylvania. Here's Missy. Oh, my daughter lives there. My daughter just moved there. She just moved there. That I can't believe you just. And I was like, this was my hand over Missy. I was like, no one's talking to you. Mm-hmm. Now, this is how the day went on. So now I realize that I'm here to manage Missy. That she has put me in a predicament. And then every time a rhetorical question would come up, I'd look at her and mumble, no one's talking to you. This was not a question for you. She's like, oh, okay. Let's put your hand down. You're not. Okay. Now, it gets worse. The first speaker goes up. Nice fella. Loved him. Second speaker goes up. Not my favorite, whatever. For whatever reason, when he comes down, right, because we're in this like speaker thing, he comes down. Now, I did not see this happen. All I know is that I probably was saying, please stop talking to people. And when I turned back around and the second speaker was up, there was a stuffed animal on the desk now at the front of the room. And I know, why would you not notice the stuffed animal? So this is stuffed animal, I don't know, reindeer, I don't know, moose, something. But stuffed animal just appeared. So I was like, oh, I guess this speaker brought this weird stuffed animal. And I'm thinking, now listen, in theater, there's a rule. If there's a gun on stage, somebody better get shot. Like, don't put stuff into a scene that doesn't have a point. Okay? If it's there, use it. That's the rule in theater. So I'm thinking, all right, there's a stuffed animal. I guess he's going to go to this stuffed animal at some point. I don't know. But does it bother me that much? I mean, a little, but life goes on, whatever. Missy spends some time answering rhetorical questions. I keep telling her to shush. Well, it's the end of the second session, and it's the lunch break. And so I'm just counting down the minutes because, girl, I'm hungry. And I was like, we got to get up out of here and eat. I'm over here looking up places to eat. Here's what else I learned. Missy's the kind of person, I learned a lot, where when the session is over, she got to go up, ask questions. She got to go up, touch on something that you introduce, hug. I don't know what her plan was. I'm the kind of person where, like, I wasn't here. You never saw me. We never did this. I probably won't even leave a review. Like, I just don't look me in the eye. I don't think you guys realize like how quiet I am in normal life. Don't notice me. Perfectly fine. Well, there was another one of them. Thank God. We get up, session's over. We get up and I go, hey, let's try to go get some. And she says, I want to know about this stuffed animal. And I was like, oh, no. And I try to grab her in time before she goes up to this speaker. Luckily, somebody comes. The whole thing was so uncomfortable. Somebody comes out from the left. Missy's coming in from the right. An uncontrollable situation. Missy comes up. She goes, what's up with this stuffed animal? Okay. Now that happens at the same time that the person on the last asks a real question. Like, what you said about the intricacies, like they were asking an actual intellectual question regarding the speech that we just saw. Here's Miss, tell me about the stuffed animal. Now, I couldn't grab her fast enough. Now, you would think that when poised with, tell me what's up with your stuffed animal, or the intricacies of that one would know, well, I asked about stuffed animal and this person is asking about the speech. He's obviously going to talk to the person, but Missy didn't pick that up. Missy was like, let me say it louder. The stuffed animal. Okay. And that's when I grabbed her free arm and yanked her back. And I said, it's enough. It's enough of that. And she goes, oh, do you think he heard me? And I go, yeah, everybody heard you. Yeah. I am Missy. And I was like, where were you going with that? What was your next question? Where were you? She goes, I didn't mean it. It just came out. I was like, get your bag. We're going. And this is how it went. And I learned a lot on Saturday. I learned a little bit more about who Missy is. There had to be a reason for this stuffed animal. No one was going to know. It's a question better left unsaid. So here's what I learned. I learned that Missy has a problem. I learned that I'm a great person. I'm a great wingman, even when I know you're wrong and there's something wrong with you. I will let you be you to a degree, and then I will make you rein it in. Because it was too much. So we go to lunch. Fine lunch. It's raining. Our hairs are crazy. Come back from lunch. Yeah. And there's a lot happening. It's interesting. Now we're in what is going to be our last session. And we're tired. I mean, it's just been hours and hours of lecture. Well, at some point, I know I'm done. I'm mentally done. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm basically a 5-year-old with ADD. Like I will listen to for a certain amount of time, but once I'm mentally done, I'm out. I'm not coming back. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's just too much went in, and now I'm shut down. Now, because they're lecture halls, right? So the seats are really close to each other. So I have mine, and we can't talk to each other because we're in the front row. So now I just start writing in my notebook, but I know she can read my notebook and I can read her notebook. So if you could see these conversations notebook for notebook. So somebody brings up this thing and says that some authors are being approached to see if institutions, colleges, whatever, can use parts of their book for learning in the classroom. I don't really know completely what that means, but they were saying how, using this in classrooms now or for whatever purpose, AI training, that the authors should be compensated and there's licensing agreements for this. I don't really understand the intricacies of it, but that was the basic gist. So I write in my notebook, what would Missy's book be used for in AI? And so I figure I'm no longer paying attention to class. So let me write to Missy and we can write what we think each other's books would be used for in AI. So, So I wrote in my book, Missy's AI opportunities. I figured she could use this on her website. I was like, why make people figure it out? We can write it. So I wrote first one. Now, mind you, we're not talking. We're not allowed to talk. So I wrote how to make any lecture into a personal conversation. That was the first one. And I'm thinking, I'm going to have fun with this because I've left the class. And now my whole goal is to try to break Missy in the front row without saying anything. Just so you know, I'm incredibly entertaining if you're bored. And so we're both sitting there, and every once in a while I see her go like this. And look at my book. So I go, here's another one. How to make any lecturer uncomfortable. I was like, you would be great at that. The next one, how to use a stuffed animal to start or end a conversation. I mean, so much. And then they were talking about pen names. They were talking about pen names. And I said, let's write each other's pen names. So I was writing Birdie McBookie Pants. And then they all just got really dirty after that. I'm not allowed to read those. But we had an incredible time. What would your pen name be if you could write? And it has to be a sassy one, like one that would don't pick like Ann Smith. Like if you had to listen, if you had a good pen name, everybody would read it. Yeah. And at that point, I was just trying to get her to never sit in the front row again. And then at one point we were both hysterically laughing, and pretty sure they knew us as the two people who weren't taking these classes seriously. Wait, it gets even better. So Missy, you'll enjoy the story. Yeah, no, it's really good. So yesterday, do Jason and I are bebopping, right? So we bebop down to Rowan to go see this concert. Then we go to Diana's, and oh, thanks, Andrea. Then we go to Dice to do Voila, the whole thing. So now we're coming home, and throughout the day, Jason was like, so like, you think that this was like helpful? He's like, I think you got a lot of feedback, Dina, and you got to work on the book this week. And so he's being very encouraging. Okay. And the hardest part, so where I am right now, is as you pitch to agents, you have to send your first chapter, or sometimes first 10 pages, 20 pages. And I don't think that the opening chapter that I've been sending is working for me. I think it needs to be something else. So I changed the opening chapter. And so a lot that I'm learning about pitching to get agents or, eventually publishers is about this first chapter and, how it's got to be cultivated. So Jason and I are talking about it as we're coming in the house last night. Now he's got like a foyer here that normally the light is on, but this is off. This is important. The light is off, so I can't really see each other. So we're coming in the house, and he's like, well, yeah, obviously, Dina, you really got to think about, that first page, that first chapter. He goes, even the first few lines, it's got to be something like really grabs people. You really have to think about it. And I was like, yeah, obviously. So for whatever reason, as we're walking in the house, I say, yeah, you know what? I've been thinking about, like a good hook, like a good opening. I think I'm going to open my book with, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Which is obviously a joke. He stops. He goes, Dina, you can't start your book like that. And I was like, and I started to say, Jason, of course I can't. Right? I'm about to say it. He goes, Dina, that's already the beginning of another book. You seriously can't start it like that. Now I'm thinking, does he think I'm being So now, of course, just like with football pool, I was like, why not, Jason? It's a really good beginning. And he goes, Dina, are you being serious right now? It's the beginning of a classic novel. Is it The Tale of Two Cities? I don't even know. What's one of them, right? So I go, are you serious? And he goes, are you serious? So now we're both standing in the foyer going, are you serious? Now I'm saying, are you serious? Because do you think I don't know that is? And he's like, are you serious? How do you not know? And I go, no, I'm asking you if you're serious about me being serious. And this is how it went. It is The Tale of Two Cities. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we stood in the foyer for like a solid 4 minutes. And I go, why wouldn't I be able to use that? It's a great opening. He goes, of course it's a great opening. It's the greatest opening of all time. I'm like, but then why wouldn't I use it? You're saying it's yourself. It's a great one. He was like, Dina, I literally, I can't believe that you don't know. I go, don't know what? Literally one of the funniest moments. And I go, are you serious? He goes, are you? I go, I'm asking you if you're seriously asking me this. He goes, how can I not? And we just stared. He goes, Dina, I can't tell if you're being serious right now. I go, I can't believe that you don't know. Yeah. I think our entire relationship flashed in front of his eyes. Yeah. He was football pulled and fettered at the same time. I didn't even think it was that. I didn't even think it was that funny until he was like, Dina, you cannot name it that. I thought he was joking. I mean, obviously I can't, but I thought his exasperation, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It just made me laugh so much. Just the two of us standing in this foyer going, are you serious? Mars, they call me Ishmael. That's going to be what I say next. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hear you, Holly. It just, anytime you're in a bad mood, just like, I'm going to start a book and it's the best of times. It was the worst time. My name is Ishmael. And just start it like that. Mm-hmm. Suzanne, I wasn't sure if I should laugh because I was like, is he serious? He was just so impassioned. No, you have to send the first few pages. You can't send the middle. I wish. The middle's amazing. The middle of my book. If I could, they call me Dina. It doesn't have the same ring to it. If I could start in the middle of my book, like if I could say to people, this book doesn't have a beginning. It starts in the middle. I would kill. And you know what the middle would be? It's the best of times. It was the worst of times. What's the beginning of the Bible? What's the first few words of the Bible? Who knows? Bible trivia. Oh, he caught on, Carol, but only after we stood in the foyer for 3 minutes going, are you serious? Are you serious? He was like, I'm asking you if you're seriously thinking about starting your book this way. And I was like, of course I am. Like at that point, I think he thinks I'm really going to start my book this way, which means he doesn't think that I know that is the beginning of a classic novel that has been around, like in the beginning, In the beginning, it was the best of times and the worst time. People called me Ishmael. That's it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In the beginning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jason, good morning. You missed a good story. No plan. Once upon a time. Oh, gosh. It's just the whole weekend. It just lovely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My favorite first line is, oh, bloody hell. I read it a few years ago. I laugh when I think about it. Mm-hmm. In a land far, far away. Yeah, no, I really think that our entire relationship flashed in front of his eyes. And he's like, what have I done? What have I done? I can't believe that I let that. Yeah, what happened was exactly. I shouldn't start it like that. Mm-hmm. No, it was just the funniest thing. Mm-hmm. Just sit right back in your hair tail. I don't know. Uh-huh. So funny. So it was a funny weekend. But yeah, it was a cold, dark night. And then it was funny because everybody's first pages were reading, like, I guess novels. I mean, I guess they are novels. And then, like, I looked at my first page, it's all dialogue. And I was like, does nobody, like, here's the thing. Here's what I've learned. Here's the thing. That's what it should open with. I'm realizing that my book is really heavy on dialogue. I really love dialogue. Yeah, in a galaxy far, far away. And some of the feedback I'm getting is like, you're really heavy on dialogue, and it's fine, except you've got to balance it out with some narrative. Like, you've got to say like what you learned. I'm like, what if you didn't learn anything? I'm like, okay, you probably should add some things that you learned. Okay. But I love writing dialogue. And I think that that's what I kind of learned. I probably could write a sitcom. Because it's just all dialogue. I should write. So it was good. It was good for us to go. I mean, not sit in the front row. Missy ruined it. But it was very entertaining. And I think it's good for us to just kind of go and be around other people who write and, hear what people are up to and be inspired. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder, like, what Missy and I look like when we're out and we're just hysterically laughing. And we think that we're invisible and that no one can see us. Yeah, I was really fun. I mean, honestly, I don't think either of us would have made it through the whole day if we weren't sitting next to each other. Every session, there was no compromise, Alejandra. No, you know what the compromise came down to? I will sit up here if you stop talking to people like you're having a private conversation. That was the compromise. And she said, okay, I'm still going to do it. That was the compromise. I'm a good wingman. And I think I was just playing the role of Jeremy. I think I was just there to be her chaperone. I don't know what it would have looked like unreined in. I would love, now that I'm thinking about it, I would love to sit in the back and watch her do her thing and record it. And then have shown that to you. And like, did you ever like make friends later in life and you wonder like, would we have been friends in high school? You know what I mean? Like, did you ever just like look at people, like Chris Kermsay, she says we would have been friends in high school, but she's way too popular. We would not. She would have never talked to me. She goes, I talk to everybody. Okay. I think Missy and I would have found each other. You know what I mean? Do you ever like see like I told her what I've been like to these sort of things. I question my whole existence. Yeah, you should. You should. I know who I would have been if I'd gone by myself, the lady in the back that nobody talked to. Yeah. Yeah. And I tried to talk to a couple people before Missy got there. They were not talkers. Writers are not big talkers, at least the ones that I found. Maybe that's why Missy and I stick out like a sore thumb. It's a whole thing. Musical theater girl and glockenspiel girl. We probably would have found each other. Yeah, but you were cooler than me. You were like dating people. I don't want to say everybody, but you were dating. You were cute. You were like Goldie Hawn cute. I don't think so, Missy. I was like, I don't know who I was like. Quiet girl. I really, unless you were in the band or on the drill team or something, I probably didn't talk. I'm a writer and I love to talk. Good, Robin. There's not a lot of us. It's so funny. So yeah. So tonight I said to Di, so I saw her yesterday and I said, so what's the plan for tomorrow? And she goes, what do you mean? She goes, I got a whole day planned. I said, what do you mean you have a whole day planned? Yeah, Joe's taking me here, going to do this. I go, well, when are we going to do something? She goes, well, you didn't ask me to do nothing. I said, I do something with you every birthday. Oh, well, you didn't say nothing to me. I said, well, I'm saying it now. We were in the bathroom, in 2 bathroom stalls at the time. That's how I like to ask people to do stuff for their birthday. I like to wait till we're on the toilet. And I said, well, I'm asking you now. Well, what do you want to do? I said, well, I was going to take you to dinner, but if Joe's taking you to dinner, I can save a lot of money. Oh, I'll go to dinner. I said, I thought you were going with Joe. Well, we're going for lunch. And I said, okay, well. She goes, you going to come pick me up? I said, sure. I'll come pick you and your boyfriend up. So I got to go pick up her and Joe. Take her out somewhere special. So maybe we'll go live tonight from where I'm taking her. And I said, listen, I can't afford a full dinner at this place. We could do like drinks and desserts. So eat first. She goes, what kind of dinner is this? I said, listen, the place is real fancy. I'll look at the menu and you'll be limited as to which things you can buy. I hope you like a side salad. That's what I can afford at this place, but you're going to like it. No, I came home, Kelly. I said, so she's like, well, do I got to eat before I go? I go, I mean, if you're hungry, you should eat. So then I said, well, maybe we'll go to this place and then we'll walk over to a Chick-fil-A after. And she goes, a Chick-fil-A? I said, well, I mean, I'll find something, but I mean, I can't, I don't got this kind of money, Diana. I'll take you to this fancy place so you can see it. And then we'll have a nice drink. And then we'll say, oh, we're going to go somewhere cheaper. But then she said, well, Joe and I we can't walk that far. So she's trying to, side salad and a side of water. That's what I was thinking. No river winds. Lorraine, we're breaking free. We're doing something different. In New York, in Philadelphia. Not going to New York. In Philadelphia, because a new country. Well, I'm not driving to the city doing this stuff. Okay. I said, are you going to be tired because you guys are going down to the shore doing all this stuff? No, I'll be ready. She's not going to be ready. Yeah, do we need to start a GoFundMe for Diana? Listen, I told her to eat first. So it's to some place I know she would never go on her own. So we'll see. So it should be fun. So I don't think I'm going to be late for Ugly Monday. But maybe I might be. So just because I got to do the whole drop her off when it's done. But she's not going to stay out late. I know, Linda. I'm thinking it'll be easy. Yeah. Only 4 Mondays till summer break, Angela. That's exciting. I know. I told her she should get her passport. I know. Yeah. I know. We can get one meal and split it. I could do that. Just go to a place that serves food she doesn't like. Have you met Diana? There's no food she doesn't like. Yeah, no. No. That would have been a good plan. But that's not a thing, Barbara. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I'll eat it. If that's all you are serving, there's no such thing. It's like everything. Mm-hmm. So we'll have a good time. On her birthday, 1 dessert, 4 forks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beans can't be that expensive. They'd be like, sir, do you have a can of beans that we could perhaps just put on a plate? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I want her to wear her gangsta shirt tonight. I might tell her that that's required. Mm-hmm. Luann, it's just so accurate. I don't even know that I'm doing it. It's just what she sounds like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it should be fun. Should be fun. And like there was one other place she wanted to go that was in New Jersey, but it's not open. Like Monday is just like a hard day to go do stuff because a lot of stuff is closed. Mm-hmm. 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 Roddy, no, we're fine. I actually have the birthday money that she gave me for my birthday. I think that's what I'm going to do now. Is whatever money. That's what I'll tell her. Oh, wait a second. I'll tell her. Listen, moving forward, whatever money you give me for my birthday, that's the budget for your birthday party. Oh, that's pretty smart. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do that. Mm-hmm. Next time she'll think a little harder about my birthday present. She'll be like, maybe I should be a little bit more generous with this birthday present. Because all I'm going to get for my birthday is celery. Mm-hmm. So she did give me a nice birthday present, but she should probably up that number. Mm-hmm. It's so funny. Good morning, Wendy. The video looks like the window is part of your face. Here, this window, Nicole? At the imaging place, getting my boobs checked. Okay, Anne-Marie. Good for you. Now that you're saying it, wasn't I supposed to go for another image in 6 months? When did I go? I'm going to put that. Just let me write that down. Remember, I was so upset about the imaging from last time. I think I blocked it out, but now that you're saying it, I got to do the follow-up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Angie, schedule your mammogram. Mm-hmm. So tomorrow night, I believe, we begin meeting some of the other comics for the Vail Comedy Festival because it's going to be May 1st. What, Thursday? Girl, coming up. I officially ended perimenopause today. Terry, that's so exciting. How you feel? How's your leg? It's a big day. There's something that makes it look like you are embedded in the window. What does that mean? Is over your face a little bit? It's interesting. So we will start having some of our Vail Comedy Festival comedians on. So that's coming up. You look like a ghost right now. Well, thank you, Tim. It's what every lady wants to hear. You look ghostly. I know. Once the house gets put back together, I'm excited to see like if we could like go live from a different place maybe now that the rooms are starting to be finished. Just reflecting the window onto you. Really? Oh, I see it right here. Yeah, why does it look like you can see through my head? Now I know what you mean, Tim. Ooh. Look, there's another one. Did I die? What's happening? This would be an odd way to find out. They're like, remember when you slipped in the shower this morning? That's really weird. Wow. This would be a great episode of like Black Mirror where like I died, but God let me come back just for the morning show. Yeah. And guess what? Spirit Dina sounds exactly like a live Dina, just as dumb. It was the best of times, it was the worst. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's so funny. Yeah, way beyond Jesus lady. Maybe this is, guys, if I die later today and this was the last episode and we all saw this premonition, all right, if I die today, so much I would probably want to tell people. Lulu's medicine, she gets in the morning and at night. Ruby's medicine was just suggested. Now she only gets half a pill and it's on the chewy, but I don't know that it's on like a reoccurring like thing, like prescription. I guess Dean gets the piano, Jacqueline gets the cello, Brooke gets a hug. I don't know who gets this necklace. Jacqueline and Brooke, I imagine one will get hoops and one will get I don't really, my jewelry, Diana has it and they should melt it all down. Not on your mom's birthday. Guys. As long as you keep doing the morning show. Now listen, Missy, if I do die today, you'll probably do the eulogy. Please start it out with, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Please, please, please. Phantasma, is that what it is? Ghost is phantasma? This is my phantasma. Stephanie's like, I'll take your hoops. Obviously, Stephanie. Obviously, it's in your name. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Just to be like, Missy, you can't use that. Like, why not? Just keep saying, why not? Why not? Dina was going to use it in her book. It's like, I know, I tried to tell her. Yeah. And bring a stuffed animal on the podium. I'll tell my kids to bring a stuffed animal up, and then the whole time he's like, did you see that? You guys see that stuffed animal? Did you see it? I saw it. I'm going to ask him about it after. When Dean's done, I'm going to ask him about it. Who gets Jason? Oh, Kelly. Oh, you getting crazy now. You getting crazy. I don't like this cookie pants talk. No, I don't like it either. I don't know. So funny. What a weird day. All right, listen. We had a great morning. So it's Ugly Monday. Your day's probably going to start out a little crappy, but it's fine. It'll get better. Tomorrow we've got some funny comedians for Tipsy Tuesday. We've got some fun things coming up for, we're going to do a newsletter this week, month. Oh, Sherry, that's awful. Yeah, Brooke gets Ruby. Ruby gets Jason. She loves him. You should see how they look at him now. They're just like, they love him. So, all right. So that's it for me, everybody. Covered a lot of stuff. Gonna be bebopping today. Who gets the smoothie blender? It's gonna be tough. It's a tough call. Yep, we're gonna do our planting on Thursday. Eileen's bringing over a whole bunch of buckets. I'm so excited. So that'll be exciting. And yeah, some fun things. I don't think we're going to do a smoothie tomorrow because the guys, they were supposed to be done today and they're not coming today in the kitchen. So I think they're going to be in there tomorrow unless they cancel again. One of the fellas is sick. So voting for our new head of government today in Canada. I know, Judy, it's a big deal. Can't wait to see. It sounds like it's exciting times for Canada. So all good. All right. So that's it, everybody. I'll be here tonight, hopefully with some fun stories, and about our big birthday dinner and salad. And that's it. So have a great day and a blessed day, like Judy from Saskatoon, and good time. Andrea say all the time, go somewhere fancy and eat a side salad. They say it all the time. You don't have that kind of money. All right. Happy birthday. Here's a crouton is a perfect way to end a birthday. So there's that. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching as always and laughing along, and pray for Missy, and let's try to get through today without getting hit by a bus. That's for me. So this ghost thing, whatever this is so weird. All right. I'll see you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.